and welcome back to 40 Days of Freedom. I am wearing this exquisite Ashanti dress to open your minds, I hope, also standing in front of my exquisite grandmother, about stories that really kind of mold me and I hope will expand your way of thinking. When I went to Africa in 2019 for the first time, it was really surprising for me to learn that the Ashanti were the greatest suppliers of Black Africans to white Europeans during the transatlantic slave trade. It was shocking because I thought that Black people didn't do that. And so to go to Africa and have people look at me like I was just a dumb American was actually quite a hilarious experience. An equally fascinating experience was my grandmother's stories about me being first generation freeborn woman in America. My grandmother was white, but she couldn't have a bank account without my grandfather's permission because up until the Civil Rights Act of 1964, which didn't just free Black people, but it also created this precedent about equal access to capital, equal access to being able to own and maintain property for women, which was new in America. I was so shocked by that. And people are often surprised when I tell them, no, seriously, go look it up, along with the Fair Credit Reporting Act of 1973, because unfortunately, the Civil Rights Act of 1964 didn't go far enough. We actually needed to have additional legislation to make that stuff true. But do we need legislation or do we need an operation on our hearts? I would argue that the heart is the beginning of everything that happens. In Catholic religion, every priest gets the same scripture. They can build whatever homily they want off of it, but it starts with the same scripture. And one of those scriptures for today was Romans 10:8-13, which a piece of which reads, "For there is no distinction between Jew and Greek. The same Lord is Lord of all, enriching all who call upon him. For everyone who calls on the name of the Lord will be saved." If this is true, then we already have equity. So where it's not true, in yourself, in your community, in your family, let us all take a moment to reflect today and think about how we can be agents of change, how we can be agents of equity, how we can make my grandmother sing in heaven with my mom and the chorus of all our mothers, sisters, daughters, and future generations that haven't even been born yet, but are sitting in heaven watching what we're doing right now, deciding when they're going to come down. I think there's a lot of good souls up there who are like, not yet. I need another 100 years before I'm ready to go to earth. So let's prepare a place, shall we? Shall we prepare a table for our future generations to come and know that they will be loved in truth and equity? I'm Margot Ellis, and I hope you continue the rest of this 40 days to freedom with me. See you tomorrow.